Prepare for Nerdgasm. Hey, what's up, Nerdgasm fans? I got a new gadget today. It was another complete impulse buy. The wife and I went to Costco, and we were, just moving up and down the aisles like we usually do, checking stuff out, and ran across this little gem. It's a little different than stuff I normally review. It's not really computer related, although it has a lot of computer applications. And it's basically a remote video scope with a 3+ foot long small cord with a camera and light on the end of it. So you can use it for getting into tight places inside of the computer and seeing things without having to take everything apart. The main reason I bought it was I wanted to actually drill a hole in one of the walls of my house and inspect the inside of the wall to see the wiring. So I figured that's a lot easier than cutting out a big piece of sheetrock. So that's the primary reason why I bought it. When I saw it, I was like, ooh, shiny. But then I started thinking about the other applications. I was like, man, I could really use this in the man cave. You know, when I'm working on computers or a hard drive is about to die, I always have to take it out, get the serial number off it, send it to Western Digital. Now I can just stick this in there and get the serial number off of it without having to take it out of the case. Or if I need to see something behind an area, or I want to look behind a graphics card, check clearance issues and everything, this is really good. Plus, I work on cars all the time too. You guys probably don't really know that by watching my channel. But this will be really cool for looking at the inside of the cylinders when I pull the spark plug. So I was like, oh man, endless applications, total nerdgasm to have something like this. So I picked it up. I think it was like 150 bucks. So at first I wasn't going to do an unboxing, but I was like, why the hell not? I'm going to use this in the man cave, so I might as well give you guys the once over on it. So let's go ahead and open it up. Comes in a really nice case. It's made by Whistler. I'm guessing that's the same people that make like the radar detectors and stuff like that. And just looking at the box, it says it features video recording capabilities. It's water, gas, diesel, and oil-proof camera, so it looks like you can pretty much submerge it and all that stuff. That's awesome. Sharp image, vivid color, crystal clear lens for better visibility. It has a 3.3 foot flexible camera tube, 9mm wide at the end of the camera, and it has a detachable 3.5-inch LCD. And it can record to micro SD cards. So I was like, well, that's actually pretty sweet. So here, let's open it up and see what's inside. The case is really nice, hard plastic. And of course, if you shop at Costco, you know that if you don't like anything for any reason, you can pretty much take it back. I mean, I've taken stuff back there, like case in point, this baby monitor right here. That's my son sleeping while I do this video review downstairs. Made by Lorex. We purchased one of these and it broke literally 8 or 9 months after we bought it. The handset stopped working. So we took it back to Costco and we were missing one of the AC adapters because we only had two for, it came with 2 cameras. We were missing the AC adapters for one of them. So we took it in and they said they didn't even care. She still just took it on return and said, oh, here you go. And then they just gave me a full refund and I just went and repurchased it again. So Costco, amazing. If you have a Costco near you, shop there. It's totally worth it. All right, let's see if we can open this thing up. Okay, first and foremost, it looks like they sealed it with some zip ties. Let's go ahead and get those out of the way. With the man cave scissors. I actually purchased scissors just for the man cave because my wife was getting pissed that I was stealing hers all the time. I'd bring them upstairs and then I'd forget to take them back downstairs and I'd have like 3 pairs of her scissors up here. She didn't like that too much. All right, let's open this up. Okay, the first thing I notice, I'm gonna move some stuff here, is it looks like the scope is right on the top. As they stated, it's really flexible, but it's also pretty rigid. Like even though you bend it, it maintains its form really well. You can see the camera at this end, and or actually that's not the camera, that's the connector. There's 2 connectors. Okay, so I guess I don't have the camera on it yet. So this is just the telescoping port, 3.3 feet long. That's really cool. A little bit bigger than I was expecting. The tip on it is probably a little bit bigger around than a Sharpie pen, so it's small enough that it'll actually clear a spark plug hole. It even says that on the box, but it's still pretty big. So you'd have to drill a pretty fair, like I don't know, maybe a dime, a nickel, probably like a nickel. Drill a nickel-sized hole in the wall to get it in there, but still better than having to cut it all out. Okay, got a manual here on how to use it. And you guys all know how I feel about manuals, although I'm going to probably start reading them, because half the videos I do, I have to edit out all the shit where I go through and I'm like, I'm doing this wrong, I'm doing this wrong, I'm doing this wrong. Case in point, the Obodo build. Go check that out. It looks like it comes with an adapter to micro SD, and it comes with a micro SD 2GB card, so that's pretty cool. I didn't think it even came with the memory. Here, this looks like the little portable unit. that displays the video, and it also looks like the DVR that records. It takes the memory card there, but it also has a video out and a USB connector, so I'm guessing you can connect it to the computer and transfer the video. That's cool. Got an AC adapter, I'm guessing to charge it. Here's a USB cable and an old RCA style video cable, so you can plug it into a bigger monitor. And it looks like here we have possibly the camera mechanism. I'll have to check. Looks like it came with some... this is weird. Okay, so it came with like a couple little attachments, like a little mirror on the end of a metal thing. Some kind of little probe or something, and another little metal thing. Alright, I have no idea what any of these parts are. We'll look in the manual and figure that out. And set that to the side. Oh, wow. Okay, and then it looks like the scope has another 3.3 foot. Okay, I'm confused now. I'm confused because it came with this right here. Oh, so this is just an extension. Wow. Okay, so it came with a small one. If you look at this, look how tiny that is. So you could just drill a tiny little hole in the wall. Sorry about that, guys. In the first part of the video, hopefully you didn't shut it off right after that part and run out and buy it, or not buying it because it was too big. But anyways, this is actually really small. It looks like this disconnects right here, and you can put this in as an extension. This is just an extension piece. So altogether, it looks like 3.3 feet. I'm thinking we're looking more like 6 feet of extension. Odd, on the box it didn't mention anything about this extra extension cable. So, okay, well that's cool, I'll take it. And notice, please charge the monitor overnight before first use. Okay, so I probably won't be releasing this video right away. And in case the monitor will not turn on while holding the power button, please press the reset button on the back of the monitor. Okay, well that's good advice. And then the last part, let's see if we can get it out of here. It's really in there tight. I can't tell, is this magnetic? Let me see. Oh yeah. So it has a magnetic base that it looks like the, let's see, does this attach to it? Okay, I'll have to figure out how this works, but it's got some kind of a magnetic base for holding something. Oh, is it the monitor? Yeah, that's what it is. For holding the monitor, so you can actually magnetize it to the side of a fender of a car or the side of the computer case while you're probing around. And it's wireless, it transmits the video wirelessly. Alright, just a couple things, guys. I did some reading in the manual, and first and foremost I figured out that the base unit, this guy right here, the pistol grip unit, actually takes 4 AA batteries, which aren't included, but the video monitor has an internally rechargeable battery. So the video monitor has to be charged overnight, but the main unit just uses standard AA batteries. So I went and got 4 Duracells. Go ahead and stick those in there. And then it's got a cap that goes over it with a screw that holds that in place. So the construction feels pretty durable. It feels like a really decent piece of hardware. So now that's that. And it also said in the manual that that extension piece that it doesn't talk about on the box actually is included. So down here, 3-foot extension tube, and then the 3.3 foot 9mm camera tube. So put them together, I mean, you get some massive reach on this thing, which is awesome, because that means I can like go down through the engine bay of the car and then up and look at the shifter linkage and drive shaft, or on my computer here. Well, I guess I don't need 6 feet, but if I want to sit in my chair and like look at crap inside of the case because I'm too lazy to get up, hey, it's an option. So just going through the manual here really quick. It says, now the accessories, so the accessory is a mirror, hook, and magnet attachment. So that's what I showed you earlier, according to the manual. So this right here, this little guy, is a magnet. It sticks right on there. So you can actually take, there's a collar piece here with a screw, and the collar piece accepts these attachments and they go on the end of the camera. So on the end of the camera, you can put a hook, which they include. So there's the hook, or the magnet, or you can put a little mirror so that the camera can look in the opposite direction. So if you need to put it into a small port and be able to see immediately back at where it entered the hole, you can do that. I had no idea it had those. That's really cool. So it's pretty much set up for endless applications. And if you get bored and drunk one night, I don't see why you couldn't ram this down your throat and see the contents of your best buddy's stomach. or get creative in other ways. But let's see, looking through here, and then it's got the magnetic mount, which I talked about a little bit already, and that actually fits the video monitor. I think that's cool because then if you're in an area like where you don't want to have to move the scope around and always be able to look at the back of it, you want to be able to hold it at weird angles, you can, because the monitor is completely separate. Or you could even hand the monitor to somebody else and have them watching it while you're positioning the camera. So it's pretty cool. I mean, it's a lot of features. You know, the $150 price tag is kind of steep, but considering all the things that it does, I think it'll be well worth it. The manual shows you how to hook up the extension tubes, how to hook up the monitor. There's a on-off switch that acts as a dimmer for the screen, so you can make it as bright as you want. For the USB cable, okay, that's just for recovering data. So if you don't want to use an SD reader, you could just plug it in via USB to your laptop. Let's see, what else have we got here in the manual? It's got timestamp, does video and photos. They show you some wired and wireless applications, like going in through vents on your floor and looking at your ducting. There's really a lot of applications for this if you think about it. I think I'm going to have a lot of fun with this little device. I think I finally found a new fun device to use that's going to beat out the thermometer the thermal probe that I bought that uses the little infrared dot. Those things are awesome. All right, well, I think that pretty much covers the unboxing now. I'm glad that I caught the fact that it needs batteries in the unit. So you need 4 AA batteries. You need to charge the actual monitor itself, and then you can add the extension tube if you need the additional length. And the camera is actually on the end of the extension, so it's not using fiber optics to transmit the image. So the image should be pretty sharp, and we're going to find that out. All right, because I'm so damn impatient, I decided we'd try it out while I was charging it. No reason why we can't turn it on while it's charging. So you can see right here, it's just static and snow, right? So we'll just set that down right there. And we'll get some close-ups on it also. So the unit itself right here, oops. Come on, work with me here. And again, it is magnetized. If you have something metal, it will attach to the side of it. And it's got felt on the bottom so that it doesn't damage or scratch anything. So here is the unit itself. It's got one knob on the bottom that turns it on and off. And so I'll turn it on. Okay. You can see right there it's transmitting. It's probably a little fuzzy because I'm so close to it. Let's see here. Looks like we're picking up a lot of interference. See if we can correct this a little bit. Okay, well, obviously testing the wireless functionality of this camera in the man cave where I have tons of wireless networks, phones, and wireless gadgets, somehow there's a lot of interference. You can see here I'm looking at the camera lens. And you can look around. It is transmitting, it's just highly distorted, and I think it's just because there's so much interference. So we'll try connecting it directly to the base so that it doesn't need to transmit, so we can get a better idea of how it looks. And then this just fastens right on the back here. Very easy to do. And now we don't have any interference because it's no longer wireless. So you can see, I can maneuver it around. The image quality is actually pretty darn good. You can also, the LEDs that are on the tip of the camera here, you can actually change the brightness of those LEDs with a little knob on the main unit. So you can get it as bright as you want when you're into dark areas. So like, let's go under my monitor here. So if you look under my monitor stand, it's fairly dark under there, so we can turn the light up, see what's going on. I can look back there and behind it. It's actually pretty cool. Look at my face. What's going on? Look at the camera. That's it's pretty cool. Look at the USB port. It focuses really closely too, which is cool. So there's, you know, Logitech speakers. My throat. I probably shouldn't be doing that since whenever I don't even wear socks in my racing simulator, you guys tell me to put socks on. So that's actually pretty cool. I'll have to try out the wireless functionality, so when you disconnect it, I'll have to try the wireless functionality out once it's fully charged, because it could be it just doesn't have enough power to get a clean signal, but more than likely it's just all the interference from everything I have in this room. I have a lot of RF going on in here. But in a nutshell, this thing's really cool. I can think of a lot of applications for it. There's no lag on the video transmission too, which is really cool. Video that I recorded from the actual camera onto the SD card, and then I just copied it over and split it into the video. I'm looking under the Bodo Revolution right now at the seat, and kind of playing around with it. And the video quality, as you can see, the color is not 100% accurate. Like the lighting on the camera and the angle that you have it at, sometimes it'll look highly saturated red or yellow. But the focus is fairly decent. I mean, for what it is, it's obviously not HD. I mean, it's a tiny little camera, but for putting into really tight places, and like, you know, here's behind the Fanatec pedals, you can see the springs and everything. It's definitely useful for getting into tight places and seeing things like small screws and circuits and wires and stuff. So I'm going to have a lot of fun with this thing for sure. All right, let's get back to the regular video. So I like the build quality. I like the extension and the accessories, and I'm gonna have a lot of fun playing around with this. But what I can tell you right now is, if you need a solution for, you know, looking in tight places, where you can control the light and you have the right accessories and everything to get the right picture you want, and you want to take video of it, so that you can show other people, you can't go wrong with this inspection camera. And since you bought it from Costco, if anything goes wrong with it, throw it in a Ziploc bag, take it back to them, toss it on the counter, and they'll give you your money back. So I'm going to say this is probably one of the cooler gizmos I own right now. So I'm going to find other applications for it, and I might do a follow-up video in the future if I find some cool, really neat applications for this thing. Alright, well, thanks for watching another quick unboxing and mild review on the Nerdgasm channel in the Man Cave. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. If you haven't seen my other videos, please check them out. I normally don't do review of hardware like this. It's usually more computers, this crazy man cave setup you see here in the background, and along with gameplay and commentary and other, like, you know, technical gadget reviews. So please check that out. Be sure and come and find me on Facebook. My information's right down there in the corner of the screen. So come find me on Facebook, find me on Twitter, friend me on Steam if you want to play some games with me. I'm on there quite a bit. I appreciate you guys. I've been having a lot of fun growing the channel. It's been getting pretty big lately. I think we're just hitting about 400,000 video views and about 1,400 subscribers. So that's all really cool, and I'm enjoying myself, and I'm going to keep them coming. So hope this gave you a nerdgasm. Until next time, take it easy.